All right, I'm ready. I'm ready. I know what's happening. I know what's happening. I know what's happening right now. I told you so. Nobody should be sleeping on this Vikings team. They're better than what their record has been reflecting this entire time. See, I told you. They do have potential. They can go all the way. This is a great team. I know. Oh, I know. I know. Purple positivity. It's just running rampant. It's running rampant. And I'm sure it is just even more. It is just even more pumped up on a different level after the Vikings victory today. Because the Vikings, they got it done. Got to give them a golf clap, of course. Golf clap. They get the snaps here because the Minnesota Vikings, they beat the evil to the east, aka the Green Bay Packers, 34-31, with a game-winning field goal at the very end as time just ticked away in the fourth quarter. So of course we had to wait until the very end, and they kept us on pins and needles like the Vikings are wont to do. But again, they got the victory. So at the end of the day, that's all that matters, is that you got the win, right? That's all that matters. But of course, I'm going to nitpick. I always do. So the Vikings, again, they've got the victory. Good job. You won the game you were supposed to win. You were supposed to win this game. It was a big one for you. A home game versus the evil that are completely beat up, which, coming into this game, the evil to the east, we're kind of saying like, well, if we lose this game, it's fine because they're in a position where they control their own destiny. Unlike the Vikings, they never find themselves in that position. But with this win today, it's one step closer to trying to get to do that. But this is another purple problem. It's always kind of a little too late. A little too late. But with the victory, yes, the Vikings did get the victory. So golf clap again to that. So they moved to 500 though. They're 5-5 now. Okay, you're 5-5. It took you 11 weeks to get there? So you don't control your own destiny at this point in time. So, unlike the evil, you had to win this game today. You had to win this game. And again, they did win. So they put up and they shut them up. And that being the evil. And seriously, of all the games, of all the teams to beat, it is just so nice beating the evil to the east because they're evil. They're evil. They're the worst. And their crybaby quarterback, the fiance. Well, fly back on home, fiance. See you later. And could that have been the last time for the fiance in a Packers jersey in the bird graveyard? It sure could have been. And that's nice to send him off as a loser. See you later. So that's great. But as far as the Vikings go, I want to see more. I'm not drinking the purple Kool-Aid. I'm not drinking it because it's purple poison. That's what it is. We've seen this before. We have seen this before, Vikings fans. We have. How many times? How many times? Because they dangle the purple carrot. They sure do. Oh, isn't that nice? They dangle it right in front of you. That's what they're doing right now. And again, this team is 500, 5-5. Okay, you won the game. Keep it going then. Keep it going. So let's see it. It's the second game in a row. Okay, excuse me. Yeah, good for you. You're 500, and now they have the San Francisco 49ers this week. So that should hopefully be a good game because now the 49ers, after their win today versus Jacksonville, they are also sitting at 5-5. So it should be a good one. I'm looking forward to that. And so as far as the season goes here for the Purple, one thing that I mentioned in the stream, and thanks everybody for joining the live stream. I really enjoy it. Thanks for popping on. That it seems like Mike Zimmer has got a horseshoe on. He's got a horseshoe. He sure does, because you win another game. Oh, you live to coach another week. Even though I'm under the impression at this point that he's going to be able to finish out the rest of the season, even if the Vikings would have lost the game today. I do still think that the Wilfs and the Vikings organization, they're going to keep him as head coach and let him finish out the season. So you got the victory today. I lost my train of thought. The horseshoe. There we go. Back at it. Now, Zimmer was so quick to say that Case Keenum had the horseshoe on during that season, 13-3 season, where they got one game away from the Super Bowl. One game. And all throughout that whole entire season, Zim was so quick to say at every point in time, well, yeah, Case got a horseshoe on. It's like, who's wearing the horseshoe now? Who is wearing that horseshoe now? Zim, you got the horseshoe on. So do you hate that horseshoe now? Do I have to be the one to say it? did you bring a horseshoe back from the ranch? I think you did. You probably got a lot of horseshoes there. He's probably wearing a little horseshoe necklace. So I just find it to be interesting how he's so quick to say that somebody else is wearing a horseshoe. And it's just like, well, it seems like you got one on yourself here, Zim. And I like Meg Zimmer. Don't get me wrong. I do. But it's been 8 seasons of this. And again, people, how many times have we seen this before? Where, a little too late. Oh, but the Vikings, they managed to sneak into the playoffs only to then do nothing. I'm so sick of that. I'm so sick of that. That's not good enough for me. I want them to go all the way. All the way. Enough is enough here. And if the Vikings manage to get in the playoffs, are we going to be in this same exact position a year from now? Probably, because we're in the purple hamster wheel. That's part of the problem. That's part of the problem. And if people in this hamster wheel, if you're fine with like getting in the playoffs and winning one game, okay, I mean that's you. And like if you're fine with that, that's cool. That you do you. Me, I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with that. And I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. I'm done with it. I want some change here, people. And people are gonna be like, well, what about this year? This year's not over. Yeah, you're right. It's not over. But I'm looking at the forest through the trees here. And if there wasn't an extra playoff spot, would we be even having this conversation about the Vikings being in the playoffs at this point in the season? Would we even be having this conversation? Probably not. I mean, maybe, because you never know with this team, but probably not. And I think another horseshoe for the Vikings today was the fact that they had so many penalties go their way. In particular, 2 penalties that really saved Pizza Boy's stats. Oh, his precious little stats, too. He threw 2 interceptions. Both of those interceptions were reversed by Adam Thielen's shoes, a.k.a. flags. So, the Vikings did luck out with the penalties today. And I don't like to, focus so much on the penalties. I don't win or loss just because I think it's kind of, I think it's kind of like, I don't know, the gameplay should speak for itself. But I did want to mention that because there just seemed to be a few that were very like, wow, okay, that really went in the Vikings' favor. But at the end of the day, they did get the victory. So however you get the victory is the victory. And I get that. And you know what? Again, if we got a couple calls versus the evil to the east, well, that's all fine and dandy with me. Send the D-bag of all D-bags, back to Green Bay. See you later. Go cry baby on the plane on the way back. Go pull up your Pampers. Get it figured out. All right. And I do want to touch on some purple positivity here, some good stuff that I saw. Obviously, Justin Jefferson. Dude, I mean, come on. And I'm waiting when the Vikings go play in Lambeau, and if Justin Jefferson gets a touchdown there, please. If you want to be compared to Randy Moss, if you would like to be compared to Randy Moss anymore, we know what that's all about here. But he's well on his way, Justin Jefferson, that is, to being one of the great wide receivers of all time. Of course, he's only in his 2nd year, so let's pull on the reins a little bit. But I liked what I saw, and I think this was his 11th career game with 100 or more reception yards. I mean, snaps, amazing. And of course, Kirk, okay, I give Kirk a little bit of a golf clap today. There was some, Kurt Cousins, there always is, and some cowering Cousins. Of course, that always happens, but there were a couple times today where he was getting tackled, still managed to get the ball off and complete the pass. And so, snaps to Kirk, okay? But you threw the ball away twice and you lucked out. So that to me, it's just still a little, all right? And there were, I said I was going to be positive. So that was good. And Justin Jefferson. Now, some things where I'm like, the Vikings haven't like completely changed their mantra or anything because they were still trying to make Dalvin happen. Like we got to establish the run, even though we're throwing the ball and it's going well. Like we still have to, why? Why do you have to do that? Why? I don't understand it. And another thing too, just saying on Justin Jefferson, one of those catches he had, the one that it was called back for not a touchdown and it got the Vikings to like the 1 yard line. Justin Jefferson basically caught that ball with his body like half twisted. So it's just like, dude, amazing catch, amazing. And, subtle shade with me on Pizza Boy there. But again, and though back to the Vikings kind of being the Vikings, continuing to run the ball. Run good, pass bad. It's dude, no, we're done with that. Are we gonna let that go? Are we gonna let that go? The fact that stop trying to make Dalvin happen. It's just like stop pushing that. Stop. And not going for it either on 4th and 3 right before halftime. That to me was just like, you have a chance to be very aggressive. And that was what we had heard all week was be aggressive, be aggressive. Nope, we're not going to do it. No, we're not going to go. We're just going to punt the ball away again with 17 seconds left because we get the ball after halftime. So, it's just like that. Those are the little things to me, where I'm like, actual like Super Bowl contenders, Super Bowl winning teams, they do those things. And yes, sure, the Vikings, they have time to change those things, but it was just like the Vikings being the Vikings to me there. And yeah, but the big thing is they got the victory and they moved to 5-5. So here we go. And I just want to see more. I'd like to see more of that. And I'm excited to watch the rest of the season play out just because I want to see what happens, of course. Do I still think that this team is going nowhere? Yes. And I said in my predictions back in May, I picked the team to go 7-10. I do still kind of feel like that's probably where this team is going to land. And with that extra playoff spot, you never really know. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. But I am not drinking the purple Kool-Aid. And yeah, you got a victory. You moved to 500. So let's see more of it. Let's see more. And 49ers, that should be a good one because they're 5-5 too. And yeah, so here we go. All right, people, let me know what you think. You always do. And again, thank you so much for joining the live stream. I really appreciate all of you. I got a couple collabs coming up this week. Very exciting. So tomorrow, look out for post-game thoughts with the Ranting Packers fan YouTube channel, Ranting Randy. He's a Packers fan. Obviously, go check out his channel. That'll be coming out tomorrow. And then I'm also going to be doing a collab on Thursday evening on Jay and the Bays channel. He's a San Francisco 49ers YouTuber. So look out for that on Thursday night, but I'll keep you all posted. Definitely check it out. But thanks again, everybody, for hanging out with me here. So again, always a good win, especially versus the evil to the East because they're the worst. I can't stand them. And yeah, the Vikings, they're now at 5-5. All right, so they made it to 500. Whoop-de-woo! All right, people, let me know what you think again. And yeah, okay, one more thing. I'm just looking at my notes here. At the end of the game, too, like running the clock down and trusting your kicker to go for the field goal. All right. So that leads me to believe that Zim trusts the kicker over his own quarterback. To me, that's just what I think there with that. That's just what I think. Because I still am under the assumption that Zim does not completely trust Kirk at all. Never has, and he's just kind of playing nice right now. So we'll see. As we shall see in due time. But anyway, I'm actually going to go now. Have a great rest of your Sunday, everybody. A Skol Sunday. Woo! So here we go. And yeah, check out for tomorrow and Thursday. And have a wonderful start to your week, everybody. And thanks again for joining. You're all the best. And I will catch you on the flip side. P.S. Mark. Hello, hello. How are you? Hi to you and Kitty. Were you able to watch that game today? That was a good one, right? Right up until the very end. Always with this team. But hi to you and hi to Kitty. Miss you both. Hope you're doing well. All right, everybody. I'll check you later. Peace out.